Good morning, humanity. It's March 1st, 2021, and it's that favorite part of our week because it's Mondays with Bev and Paul. And hi, everybody, my name's Paul.
Good morning. This is Bev.
Good morning, Bev.
Good
Happy
morning, Paul.
March.
Yes.
We're
I
marching right in here.
How did that happen?
Oh, we're still
Oh,
having freeze. Our pond still froze again, our fountain. It's a, but
well, you can do that in Tucson. I
Yep.
remember. Yep.
Do you even get hard freezes up there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Yep. It,
so I'm glad for you. For those who don't know, Bev's up there in Oregon.
Good old
Oregon.
Oregon in the Northwest.
So, all right, we are going to have a fun show today. We're going to talk about happiness is no ear infection.
I've had an ear infection when I was a kid. You're right. It ain't happy.
So, we wanted to combine one of our statements. We always talk about that it's our birthright to be happy, healthy, and loved, and also review a little bit of our great workshop we had with Dr. Strelo
Yeah.
on ear infections. So let's start with the happiness part. What the heck is happiness? Why do we say it's our birthright?
Oh, yeah. Hey, first of all, being happy, can we
Oh,
just
oh yes.
congratulate Kai
Oh,
and
let's
Matt?
yes. With Maisie Cox. There she
Yes.
is, the little baby. And it's Macy. I haven't found out yet if it's Macy or Maisie. Whatever. I'm not sure how
Ah,
they're going to
right.
pronounce it. But anyhow, there's Daddy holding the baby right at the birth. That was on the 25th of the month at
Yep.
10:04 a.m. 8 pounds, weighing in at 8 pounds 15 ounces and 20.5 inches long.
Little
So
Amazon.
yeah, we can't wait to see what that baby's astrological chart will be. And
Yep.
there's Mama Kai. We're not sure how she's looking these days. We took an old picture and just put her up in the corner looking down on everyone.
Those are happier days.
But they're all really, really happy
Oh,
to have the
she's
baby. Yeah,
adorable.
I saw a post with Auntie, Kai's sister, holding the baby and all actually having a few tears in her eyes. Kai's
Oh,
the first one of all her siblings to have a baby.
isn't it?
So
I am so happy for her and Matt. Yep.
happy. So,
Happy.
what is it our birthright to be happy?
Oh, isn't that an interesting word,
Yes.
happy? Yeah, because I think we've kind of mentioned this before. There's a humanity as a whole in its long, long history. Happiness is one of those fleeting things. Today I feel happy, and
Right.
tomorrow, oh, I'm not
Right.
so happy today. So it's a coming in and a going, but there is something that we are working towards. There can be a state of being happy. It's possible. If you can touch something just for a moment, then the possibility that it can be there is totally within our grasp. It's something that is really supposed to happen for humanity, this
Right.
state of being called happiness. And of course, we know that biotouch is one of those ways that we can really claim that happiness in our lives when we start practicing this in our daily living. It really is a gift of happiness.
And I think that's the key we want to share here today. It's that state of happiness. Oops, I forgot one of the S's on happiness
Uh-oh.
up
Well, I
there.
guess
it's
it's
only
not very
partial.
happy.
It's only partial happy. So
See?
actually, let me even change that while we're talking, so I don't freak out anybody. There we go. A double S happiness.
Yay.
It's and I find BioTouch brings us that sense that it's okay, that inner happiness, that happiness
Yeah.
that's able to even reverberate in the midst of our pain and our suffering. A lot of times I remember that story of the real positives, one of the two sons, and one of the sons, walked in and his father just gave him a room full of horse shit, right? And the kid's in there just playing around, just oh wow, wow, and the dad says, wait a minute, why are you so happy? And he's going, oh wow, wow, there's got to be a pony in here somewhere.
A source of the crap.
Right. Exactly. So, we all have a source of our crap, and a
Yeah,
source to all of our pains and suffering. It's not nice when we're in them. We're not denying that part of ourselves.
right.
That's the beauty of BioTouch. You don't
Yeah.
have to pretend to be happy or loving or kind, that you can do biotouch regardless of what this body and my ego are going through. I might be a total SOB that particular day, or angry or frustrated or afraid, but I can still practice biotouch, you know?
Yeah, I think that's, and you're kind of, you say it in a roundabout way, but what you're really saying when you say, hey, I can be this, but I can also be that, it's coming into an acceptance of our own humanity, an acceptance that it's this unity in diversity is what humanity is, and to accept and honor. Isn't that what we always talk about, that biotouch honors everything that we are and everything that we're not, and it lets us honor that in each other, not just in ourselves but in another human being. That's that real connectedness that we're always talking about. So it's the acceptance that yes, we can be a total beast, but we can also be an angel.
Right.
And in somewhere in between that is happiness.
Right. The golden mean,
Yeah, that point right between the two
Right.
extremes is
Yeah.
happy.
And there's not a better time to be practicing that than what's happening on the planet now. And ear infection is just one of those things that we were blessed to have this incredible presentation by Dr. Strelo.
Yeah,
She did really well. If you
she
haven't
did
seen,
very
yeah,
well.
if you haven't seen that yet, you should check out
Yeah,
the workshop. It's on our website, justtouch.com, and pull down in the menu of health conditions, childhood ear infections.
I
And
learned a lot about her. And as a mother who had a little boy that had ear infections all the time, what happens, you take that baby to the doctor who knows everything about that, but you don't really participate. BioTouch helps us. I felt like, oh my gosh, if I had had some BioTouch when my son was growing up and I could have done the ear and the infection point on him, I would have been, again, I would have been participating
right.
and doing something instead of feeling totally helpless when he was, all the time, you
And
know?
that was nice about listening to her about that, some of the old ways and it was nice as a doctor, she was willing to correct old patterns of medical procedures, and how the medical system can look at uh, waiting a while. One of the greatest things I got from her was, if you get an ear infection, wait a couple of days. Don't just jump onto the antibiotics, because those have actually created a bigger problem now. She was saying that the
Yeah,
strains of the ear infections are so strong, it takes more antibiotics. So to have this next generation not having to jump for the antibiotics, but to do some biotouch in those
yeah,
2 to 3 days while you're watching. It,
yeah. I think we both kind of got onto that. It's like, well, while you're waiting,
right.
do BioTouch.
It can't hurt. And that's what she said. Try all these little things you
Right,
want that aren't going to hurt your child,
right.
and wait and see. And if in 2 or 3 days later there's still the infection or the pain, or if it starts to drain, then you have a situation to deal with. But, again, I know of a doctor, Dr. Blanchard, who worked on his boy. He was a doctor and learned this technique, worked on their child who had ear infections 2 or 3 times a year. After the BioTouch, never had another ear infection the following year. I
What can you
mean,
say about that?
yeah, so it's
Hello.
even great preventative. And the tube, she showed
Yeah,
about putting the tube in there. You
to
can work
drain.
with ear infection even if you have the tube to help get rid of the tube. So
So why don't you just at this point just kind of the aha moment that you and I both had when she was talking about the drainage and the pressure and
oh
about
yeah,
the
you know,
sinus.
yeah,
Oh my
something I
gosh.
never really thought about, and we're going to teach
No.
that set today because it wasn't part of the workbook. We never even thought
Right.
of doing it.
So we're still learning stuff.
Yeah, and that's why I like these workshops. And
Yeah.
if all of you out there have never been to a workshop yet, because oh, I know all about that, or oh, I know how to do that, or if you're practicing biotouch and you're one of our certified practitioners, you know something? Every single month, I have learned a little bit more on how to better apply the biotouch system to
You
people
know
who
what
are living
you
with
know what
it.
I always think about is when Jenny was doing our workshop on PTSD and she touched that point A and A in the headset and I went, "Oh my gosh." The
Right.
frontal lobe,
Right. She was
the rear.
describing how the two parts of the brain
Yeah.
disengage from each other, and those 2 points were, yeah. And
Hello.
every time we get something, and so
Yeah.
this one, the fact that sinuses were such an important part, and the eustachian tubes
Yes.
to get everything to drain and be able to cough it up or whatever, and how when we do the sinus set and we have those hold points, which she talked about that mastoid bone,
I
which
know. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling it back there. I'm like, wait a minute.
yeah, I mean,
There it is.
our whole point was
Whole
right where
point.
that point that she talks about that gets infected, and then there's lymph systems in there too that we've learned about, and so even doing some extra sweeping areas down that,
Yeah.
let's just take a moment and show the sinus
Show
set, and then
that set.
we can play with it a little more. So
Yeah.
here is the sinus set.
The sinus set may be used to address any conditions affecting the sinuses. To begin step 1, first locate hold point X by following the bone right behind the ear down to its tip at the bottom of the skull and sliding the fingers back slightly. X is the flat area just behind the tip of the bone at the base of the skull. Step 1 is performed in crossfire, so hold at X on one side of the head and touch points 1 through 3 on the opposite side of the head. Point 1 is just above the eyebrow where the brow and nose meet. Point 2 is the most prominent point of the cheekbone below the outside corner of the eye. Point 3 is below the inside corner of the eye where the nose and the cheek meet. Now find hold point X on the other side of the head, and again in crossfire touch point 1, just above the eyebrow where the brow and nose meet. Point 2, the most prominent point of the cheekbone below the outside corner of the eye. And 3, just below the inside corner of the nose and cheek. Step 2. In matching fire, touch points 1 and 1, 2 and 2, and 3, and X and X.
Well, there you go. Some people said there were a little echo, but you can pull that up, uh, especially if you become a member and you get the ebook. The sinus set is in there. We have a description on how to do it with the words, and then all links to those videos, sinus, ears, and infection points. So,
Yeah. It's a great thing. You know, I was thinking too when I was listening to her the other night, I said, well, that's why they have specialists called eyes, ears, nose, and throat. They're all related. So
yeah,
when you do the ears and the sinus and even the eyes, you are really addressing maybe the cause of the ear infection.
right. She talked about that a lot of
You
times.
don't,
Allergies
yeah,
could cause an ear infection. Yeah. So if you're seeing your ENT specialist, ear, nose, and throat specialist,
Yeah.
we got it right there in that manual.
Right there.
And straight off the presses today, we just have a little thing here from Kai. We're finally heard from her the first time since her baby. She says,
she's out there.
She says, I'm so happy. I'm in bliss.
Yay. Okay, good luck, baby girl. That you will have moments of joy and happiness.
Oh my gosh. And talking about breastfeeding, which I'm sure Kai's going to do, on the Golden Globes last night, there was a commercial from a group that deals with women who are coping with breastfeeding, because it's not as hotsy-tots beautiful thing as we make it believe. And it showed breastfeeding on this 1.5-minute commercial of women breastfeeding, and the problems they were having, and the fears they were having, and the anxiety they were having. And it was based on trying to bring an awareness to breastfeeding and making it okay. I mean, talk about pushing the envelope. So Kai,
boy, no kidding.
If you have a question about breastfeeding, look up that. I posted it, and we don't have any points for that, but
but we do have like stress and anxiety, don't we? And even the headset, maybe. Who knows? And
we hope that Kai is already doing a little bio touch on that baby. That's, that little bio baby. I'll tell you, that's the perfect time when you've got that little one, just doing that greeting point, even before you're going to wash the baby or breastfeed,
or put her down for the night.
Just a little greeting, and maybe breastfeeding, and then doing the little, just even a couple of sets. Even just A and A, just to get the baby used to having bio touch. We're going to
put Kai on the spot.
Yeah, Kai, we want to know from you. So we are happy for you, Kai. So.
Yes.
That's amazing. Normalization, she says. So, well, let's just show it again. Here she is with her. That's sort of. I'm sure we need a new recent picture, Kai. But there's little baby. And
she's so cute.
And her husband. So we are so thrilled for you, and thrilled that you are working with us too. So, So anyhow, happiness is yours, and BioTouch can help you reclaim that gift. And we are so grateful to be passing this on to you every week. Let us know if you have any questions or anything you'd like us to address. Just a couple of things coming up. Our health condition workshop this month. Zagul Abdel Salam from Dubai. We already did a pre-recording with him, and he is awesome. As you can see, he's vibrant. He is just a very present human being. He runs a clinic in Dubai for the autism spectrum disorder. And I forgot the A on that. Man, I'm blowing it with spelling today.
Wow.
So that is March 25th, 6 p.m. Tune in on that one. And our next virtual training is coming up March 23rd. Hey, if anybody out there knows a massage therapist, we have a special going on. Have them sign up. And if you're a massage therapist, we're going to give you the little trick here. The coupon is massage 20. That's 20% off the $60 fee for 8 CE credits, which makes it the same as everybody pays, $48.
What a
so
deal.
Check it out, massage 20, when you sign up for the massage class. So, well, another Monday.
Yes.
So
indeed.
Take care, Bev.
You too, Paul. And we'll see you around, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a great week.
I can feel the pain in sunshine or rain, so it's not caused by the weather, but it doesn't hurt that much after I feel your loving touch and we spend some time together. Take my pain away each and every day. You're an angel from heaven on high. Your butterfly touch helps me heal so much. and I get better as time goes by. You take my pain away.